T-minus 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ignition. Liftoff. New Shepard has cleared the tower.
New Shepard has cleared the tower. Now, if you want to follow along, take a look on your left-hand side of the screen. That's where you're going to be able to note the speed and the altitude graphics, as well as follow New Shepard's journey.
7,000 feet climb. 2,000 feet.
Coming up here shortly is max Q, maximum dynamic pressure, when the aerodynamic stresses are at the maximum.
Max Q reached, maximum dynamic pressure.
You heard it there, max Q.
Mach 1
Great shot looking back at Texas.
Engine back to full throttle.
Yep, past Mach Q. BE3 is back up to 100%. And New Shepard is picking up speed and altitude very quickly as the air becomes thinner and thinner in that upper atmosphere.
Astronauts are experiencing about 3 Gs here. These shots are really nice. A nice clear day out in West Texas.
Maintain
yeah, beautiful long-range shots.
Vehicle if you don't have steps there. Section Delta.
Going about 1,700 miles per hour and increasing.
Astronauts experiencing max ascent Gs.
Stand by, MECO.
Begin throttle down, stand by, MECO.
Stand by, MECO.
MECO is main engine cutoff.
MECO confirmed.
Stand by separation.
There we go.
Stand
MECO
by
confirmed.
separation. CC separation. Separation is confirmed. You can perform your
Separation
zero-G plan.
confirmed. You can see on your screen now our graphics have changed a little bit. Now that the vehicles are separated, we're tracking the booster and the capsule separately as they both continue their ascent.
Ground flight, any immediate accent we need.
Let's listen in.
Just a great shot.
The astronauts are experiencing zero-G right now. They're taking a look out those big, beautiful windows, getting some photos together, and you can see there on your screen, you look really carefully, you can see the capsule and the booster, you know, coming separated and continuing their journey. Beautiful day.
That's what you got going, baby.
You can hear the voices of the astronauts. They sound so excited.
I can't wait to see the footage. Of course, we will release that footage on our social media later.
CC apogee 344,000 feet.
PM apogee 343,000 feet.
Both vehicles have reached their apogee and are beginning their descent back to Earth.
Happy cheers.
Minute warning. 1 minute warning.
You just heard from Capcom that 1 minute warning. Now that is giving the astronauts a heads up that in 1 minute they need to be back in their seats.
Really soaking up those last few seconds. Really clear day to get this shot of the booster and the capsule.
And again, on your screen, the left-hand side, those two bars, the left bar is tracking the booster descent, and the right bar is the capsule descent. Both of them are coming down about the same speed right now, but very soon they're going to hit the atmosphere, and the booster is going to come in a lot quicker due to its aerodynamic shape.
Pinky, Blue Control, report on seats 1, 2, and 3.
Now that booster lands about 2 miles north of where we took off.
Copy.
And it will beat the
Kia,
capsule by
Blue
just
Control,
a few
report
minutes.
on seats 4, 5, and 6.
Athens active. PM passing 100,000 feet.
Copy. All astronauts in seats.
All astronauts are in their seats.
See, those wedge fins are deployed on the booster. Oh, what a beautiful shot. Now those astronauts, as they re-enter, do reach about 5 Gs just for a moment, but they should be cool and calm right now.
Yeah.
As wedge fins have deployed and the air brakes have deployed, this will slow the booster down substantially. Engine relights. And a beautiful landing for the New Shepard booster, kicking up some dust.
First step.
What a sight to see.
That is right. We have booster touchdown, but the show is not over just yet. Take a look. Oh, that shot, though. Out on the pad, again, about 2 miles from where New Shepard took off.
It's just such an engineering marvel. Every time I've seen it, I've seen it down in Texas. I've seen it on the webcast. It never gets old, Tabitha. It is just so cool to see that rocket come back and land.
And the cool thing that happens also that people may not know is we go take a picture with the booster after everything's all said and done.
Yeah, we're currently getting that booster safed and ready for the crew to approach in a little bit. Oh, and there we have it. We have the capsule. There are the drogues.
Those deployed just before the main parachutes. Again, coming down a little slower than the booster because of its gumdrop shape. And there go the parachutes. Now, while these parachutes, of course, are essential in providing a gentle touchdown for the capsule, it also has a retro thrust system at the base of the capsule you'll want to look for. That's when it goes down towards West Texas. You notice all this dust comes up, but that actually means that it's making a nice soft landing for our Astros. Beautiful shot. All 3 parachutes deployed.
Parachutes look great. We're about 1,500 feet above the ground as the astronauts take a smooth, gentle ride back to Earth.
It slows down to what, 1-2 miles per hour just before it lands?
That's right. Yep.
Happy claps.
The astronauts in their seat looking up at those beautiful parachutes and looking out at those mountains.
Guadalupe Mountain National Park, about 25 miles from our site out in West Texas.
Stand by touchdown. Stand by touchdown.
Oh, you guys just did it! All right!
There we go. Touchdown. Capsule touchdown. Always incredible to see a great, easy touchdown for our New Shepard crew capsule. Now, right now, our capsule recovery team, they are currently driving out in the convoy to meet our astronauts. They are going to safe the capsule and get ready to open that hatch.
And welcome back
Alice,
to Earth.
what does it mean to safe the capsule?
Status check.
Yeah, it's a great question. So when the recovery crew gets out there, they will electrically ground the vehicle because sometimes it can develop a little bit of static charge on its way back in. They're also going to get some stairs ready for the astronauts to come out of the hatch. And all the while, crew member 7 will be walking around the capsule, getting a big thumbs up and probably lots of smiles from the astronauts in there, making sure everyone is good for egress.
Excellent.
What an honor, Mr. Control. You did a great job.
Thanks, Pinky.
They certainly did do a great job.
Marco, Blue Control, status check. Love you too.
And there you have a side-by-side, the capsule and the booster back in West Texas for NS-32. Now, if you're just tuning in or you just watched
Copy. I'm ready to send you again.
30-second launch of New Shepard, we have a lot more coming to you because we're actually going to hear from the astronauts in just a couple of minutes. We have our own Jackie Cortez going out to chat with them to hear more about their experience, and I can't wait to hear what they have to say.
Me neither. You saw the booster venting there. That is all normal.
Thank you, astronauts. And
we vent the vehicle to make sure it's safe to approach.
What an incredible flight. Please remain in your seats for now. If you look out those windows, you may see the cars approaching.
Now, Alice, you've done this in the past, actually, gone out to capsule recovery. Tell me what this experience is like.
I have, yeah. I've been fortunate to drive out there and greet the astronauts. It's absolutely thrilling. Yeah, you get to arrive and you know, just set up everything and get all the friends and family, you know, ready to meet their loved ones that just went to space. Everyone is just so excited, and the astronauts, you know, they're usually very speechless when they come out of the capsule.
Yeah, of course. I feel like we got to give another shout out to Amy's school out in Galveston, Texas. We know you guys are still watching.
What an easy recovery this looks like.
Yeah.
Close to the road, little off-roading needed. The whole range we have here down in West Texas, we have hundreds, thousands of acres down here for our launch, you know, for our launch campaigns. And we've got a slew of roads that grid throughout our land that make it easy for us to access wherever the capsule may land, because the capsule lands, you know, under parachutes, so it can kind of go with the wind a little bit. So we have a grid system and know approximately where the capsule is going to land, so we take the most efficient route out there. You know, they wait at the end of the road. Here you can see the cars are stopped. We're doing just some final safing of the vehicle, like I was mentioning earlier. Yep. We give it some space, and then you'll see all of the cars, once they're all kind of lined up there, they'll go in together to meet the crew.
It's a pretty great system, a pretty efficient system as well. Gosh, you told me this when we were talking earlier, they like to also give our crew a moment in the capsule to really absorb what they just went through, because it is such an incredible experience that so few humans have gotten to do at the end of the day, like to be able to see the Earth from space and get that overview effect.
Yeah, you can see the vehicles making their way in, but that's right. You know, the astronauts just went through a life-changing moment, and we do give them a minute or two to just collect themselves, soak in that moment. You know, before we open the hatch and release them back into the world, soak in that last few moments as a crew who just went to space and back.
Just kind of sitting on this for a moment. Gosh, what do you think's going on in their heads right now? I feel like I wouldn't get out of my seat. I'd be like, no, I'm okay. I'll just wait till NS-33. Thank you.
Good.
So Alice, what are we kind of looking for here? What are the sequence of procedures that are going to be rolling out over the next couple of minutes?
Yeah, so we'll see a few more vehicles arrive. We've got the ground crew in that lead vehicle along with crew member 7. They'll be the first to hop out. Like I said, they'll do kind of run around the capsule looking for those thumbs up. Then we've got our parachute recovery team who will be working in parallel with the ground recovery crew to make sure our parachutes are safe and not hung up on anything. We reuse our parachutes, so we have to take good care of them. You know, they do land on all those cactuses, so we got to make sure we don't get them too tangled. You can see there Jake Mills walking around the capsule.
One of our crew member 7. Now, if they needed to, the astronauts could open the door from the inside and get out, but typically they like to wait until the capsule is safe.
That's right. Yeah, exactly. You know, in a case of an emergency, once the capsule has landed, if the astronauts do need to get out, yes, the capsule door does open from the inside. They're able to open that and get out again in case of emergency. But sometimes they're just too excited. They open it themselves. So yeah, some other things that are going on right now is we've got our astronaut experience and hospitality team arriving to the scene, getting friends and family ready. Oh, and we have got a beautiful shot here of the landed booster not too far away from the capsule.
Beautiful shot too of West Texas. Yeah. I geek out a lot about just this land out there. Is so cool. Very space cowboy. And I saw more cars that were arriving, and that will be having the friends and family, right?
That's right.
Bringing them to their...
Yep. Each astronaut gets a handful of people they can bring out to capsule recovery. So you'll see them get out of the Rivians here shortly. I think Jackie's arriving as well with everyone, so we'll hear from her shortly. We've, of course, got our incredible photographer and videographers out there capturing all those incredible moments. And I can't wait for those astronauts to come out of that hatch and see how they celebrate.
Yeah, me too. I just want to hear what they have to say. A great side-by-side there of the landed booster and the capsule. What is it that I'm seeing on the booster?
Yeah, we're just venting off any excess, propellant or oxidizers that we have on board. Very normal, again, just to make sure the vehicle is inert so that when the ground crew arrives to take her back to the barn where she sleeps at night, that everything is safe and ready to be handled. And then, yeah, of course, like you said earlier, we have an opportunity for not only just the astronauts, but also all of the employees down in West Texas to meet and greet with the astronauts at the landed booster and take some really cool photos.
And a big shout out to all of our employees who work in this program and all of our programs for making NS-32 happen. Just like we were talking about, they're taking that moment. The Pathfinders.
What an incredible mission. You can see we've set up the stairs. I think I'm seeing some friends and family off in the corner. parachute recovery team. You can see them hard at work, detangling lines, getting things away from anywhere people need to walk. Hear the crew celebrating once again.
This means 64 people have flown across the Kármán line. 4 have flown twice here on New Shepard. Let's get out here and have some fun. Yeah.
Yeah, again, you can see some of our ground recovery crew making sure the vehicle hatch is ready to open, making sure that we've dotted all our I's and crossed our T's, ready to go. We've got some vehicles driving around. It's all normal. They're just getting staged.
This is just really a moment where we do check after check, make sure everything is ready to go. And of course, we're letting this breathe just a little bit so our crew can have this final moment together, really, as this team that just did something really remarkable. The Pathfinders, very, very fitting for this group.
You can see those final Rivians arriving with the friends and family. It's a really cool opportunity, actually. We've got trained people on parachute recovery, but we also get New Shepard employees the opportunity to go down and help with that recovery operation. It's a big operation. It takes lots of hands to actually just like hold the parachutes and get them organized. So it's a cool opportunity for folks who've never seen a launch, get to go down and get hands-on and get to go experience capsule recovery. And speaking of, I know Jackie has also never experienced capsule recovery. I'm hoping she talks about it.
Oh, I think she's going to be elated.
Because she has been involved in so much here, and so this is probably a pretty cool moment for her.
Yeah, and if you missed the top of our show, I'll just go through the crew real briefly for you guys. We have Amy Medina Jorge, Dr. Gretchen Green, Jaime Aleman, Jesse Williams, Mark Rocket, and Paul Jarris. They've named themselves the Pathfinders, and they are the crew of NS-32. Any moment now, we're going to see them coming out of the capsule, and then they will have a moment to decompress with their friends and family who have been watching excitedly from the sidelines, not just today, but I'm sure for their whole lives, you know? This is a moment that builds up for a really long time, and to finally have it and to be able to just sit and experience it, what a great thing. There is our crew right there. And I can give you a little more background on the crew as well. In seat number 1, we had Dr. Gretchen Green, a radiologist specializing in women's imaging with over 20 years of clinical experience. And she has been a lifelong space enthusiast. She first attended space camp in 1986. In seat number 2, we have Paul, right? Paul Jarris is a real estate developer and entrepreneur inspired by his NASA engineer father. In seat number 3, we have Jesse Williams. Jesse, by the way, a Canadian entrepreneur and adventurer, and he has a competitive nature about him. He has also summited 6 of the 7 highest peaks on Earth, including Mount Everest and Antarctica's Mount Vinson. In seat number 4, we have Jaime Aleman. Now, he is a Panamanian attorney and businessman, as well as a former ambassador to the United States. And he has, quite the resume, because he has gone to all 193 UN-recognized countries, the North and the South Poles, and space. And seat number 5, shout out to all of the students watching Amy Medina Jorge, a high school and middle school STEM teacher at Odyssey Academy in Galveston, Texas. She also is here representing Puerto Rico, and her mission is to boost Hispanic representation in STEM fields and push for greater inclusion in science for underrepresented community. But we can't forget Mark Rocket. He's an entrepreneur and technology leader from Christchurch, New Zealand, and he was also a seed investor in Rocket Lab, where he served as co-director until 2011. And they so aptly named themselves the Pathfinders. We're taking a live look there at the capsule.
All right, so you're listening there to Blue Origin's live coverage. As you can see, the folks about to step out of the capsule.
Jake Mills there.
Come on out.
All right, there's Dr. Gretchen Green.
Voyager! Oh! We did it!
Paul.
All right!
Jaime Alma.
My wife. There's my wife.
Where's my wife?
I couldn't see you when you were right around.
Jesse Williams. Amy Medina Jorge. Got the flag of Puerto Rico. And Mark Rocket.